Welcome to Inside Gaming, I'm Brian. It's weekend roundup time, so more good news for Elden Ring. In addition to getting great reviews, it's doing very well in the most important area of all, sales. From Software announced that the open world JRPG has already hit 12 million copies sold. That is huge for a game that has been out for less than a month. And to give you some perspective, Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million copies in about 4 years. So Elden Ring has already topped that by 2 million units. Absolutely insane. The game's director and From Software CEO Hidetaka Miyazaki called it astonishing to see just how many people have been playing Elden Ring. Yeah, like everyone is playing it. It's like almost like Animal Crossing was during the pandemic. Well, that was insane, but yeah, Elden Ring, everybody is playing it right now. He added, "I'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks on behalf of the entire development team." He also gave props to the writer George R.R. Martin, who created the game's story, and added, "We hope players enjoy a high level of freedom when adventuring through its vast world, exploring its many secrets, and facing up to its many threats. Thank you for your continued support." No problem, Miyazaki. Keep making good games. We'll continue to support them. So this victory lap comes as Elden Ring continues to dominate the gaming landscape. It's still doing big numbers on Twitch and Steam. And despite some grumbling from other developers, there's no question that the game is a huge success, even though frame rate's still a little bad on PC. And we've all kind of decided, oh, it's a good game. It's fine. We don't love the frame rate issue, but it's still fine. And it looks like with all this success will come an expansion to the Elden Ring IP. In From Software's press release, Bandai Namco CEO and President Yasuo Miyakawa refers to Elden Ring as a brand, saying much effort was placed into creating Elden Ring so that we could exceed the expectations of our fans worldwide. In like manner, we will continue our efforts in expanding the brand beyond the game itself and into everyone's daily life. What does that mean, everyone's daily life? Are we gonna get Elden Ring like coffee or something? Yeah, it's coffee. It's really strong, and if you drink too much of it, you die. Elden Ring coffee. Ding! What does that mean? He didn't really elaborate, just saying we will continue to create enjoyment and fulfillment through entertainment so that we can come closer and connect to our fans around the world. The press release did say, please look forward to more of Elden Ring as an IP, characters, and other intellectual property in hopes of expanding beyond the realm of games. So the obvious conclusion there would be books, maybe a comic, maybe a series. It leaves the door wide open. You've also got to assume there's going to be a sequel to this because the game has now exposed the Souls formula to a much wider audience, and with success, there's always going to be more. Eurogamer quoted a release. I don't know what release they were quoting, but they quoted a release from the two companies describing Elden Ring's sales as a, quote, fantastic start for the franchise. So Elden Ring, now a franchise. It's a franchise of one game, but it's successful, so you're always going to get more. Speaking of franchises, Elden Ring had a historically good start for a brand new one. European sales published this week showed it had the best launch of any game not in an existing series since The Division from Ubisoft in 2016. So for a brand new IP, it's off to a great start. It was also apparently a surprise for Bandai Namco. They had projected sales of just 4 million of Elden Ring by the end of March, so they tripled that. So they're like, holy crap, we have a massive hit on our hands. Now, what else can we do with this? You can bet there's a lot of brainstorming going on right now at From Software and Bandai Namco. All right, we'll get to the rest of the stories in just a second, but guys, first, let's talk about Manscaped. Support for Roundup is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the Ultimate Men's Hygiene Bundle, the Performance Package. Yes, join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code ROUNDUP at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that is about 8 million balls. If everyone has 2 balls who is applying for this offer, yeah, that's 8 million balls. Have you ever tried to trim with like scissors or stuff, had a little nick, a little near miss? Oh, it can get uncomfortable down there. It's not, but that can't happen with Manscaped. because they have a little guard on there. Every time I trim, it's fine. I know I'm protective. I know I'm not gonna nick myself and then bleed like a stuck pig. It's not gonna happen with Manscaped. They got the Performance Package 4.0, and boy, is it a game changer. Inside the package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. The travel bag's great. It holds all my goodies. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, oh, it's great. Maybe the greatest ball trimmer ever, I would say. It's the best. You got the Weed Whacker. It's waterproof. There's so much good stuff. The ball deodorant, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and the ball toner, you didn't know you need it, but once you use it, you're like, oh, I'm never going back. All right, guys, here's what you do. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code ROUNDUP at manscaped.com. It's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com, and use code ROUNDUP. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Thank you very much, Manscaped. On to the rest of the stories. The Xbox, we all remember the Xbox One beaten very badly last generation by the PlayStation 4, but the next-gen Xboxes are doing very well now against the PS5. GamesIndustry.biz reports that the Xbox overtook the PS5 in Europe last month, saying PS5 and Xbox Series X continue to struggle with stock levels. As a result, for the first time, more Xbox Series consoles were sold across Europe than PS5s. They added, though, that this was primarily due to the availability of the Xbox Series S model. So, supply issues still a problem, but you gotta figure with Game Pass just exploding, maybe people were like, you know what, I'm gonna give the Series S a chance, it's a bargain, I don't know. But if you're wondering, the top selling console across Europe for the month of February, the Switch, which apparently was comfortably number one. The Switch just keeps on chugging. It has been a rough start for Babylon's Fall, the action RPG live service game from Platinum Games. Boy, they are really hit and miss. It released on PC and PlayStation 4 and 5 earlier this month, and it was a mess. The game got a 42 for the PS5 on Metacritic. Video Games Chronicle said there is no one we would recommend Babylon's Fall to. It is visually dated, consistently dull, and features the most average Platinum Games combat we can remember. Woo! And the user scores on Metacritic were even worse at a 2.0 user rating. User MSI-SMF wrote, my favorite, this is not only the worst game I played in recent years, yes, worse than Godfall and Marvel's Avengers, but it's also Platinum's worst game by a large margin. Worst GAM by a large margin. You do you, MSI-SMF. The developer is now putting out a survey asking how they can bring everyone an even better game experience. I don't know, make a better game. The survey focuses on graphics. Kind of strange considering you should probably fix the graphics before you release it, but hey, what do I know? I'm not Platinum Games. A big bunch of indie games has raised a lot of money for charities benefiting Ukraine. Itch.io offered a bundle of nearly 1,000 games to benefit the people of Ukraine who have obviously been suffering intensely in the Russian invasion. The bundle included hit indies like Baba Is You, Celeste, and my personal favorite, Thirsty Sword Lesbians. I checked earlier this week and they had exceeded their $6 million goal. In a note, the folks at itch.io said, as game developers, we want to create new worlds, not destroy the one we have. That's why we banded together to present this charity bundle to help Ukrainians survive this ordeal and thrive after the war ends. The money will go to the International Medical Corps that provides medical assistance in the region, and Voices of Children, which is a Ukrainian organization that helps children cope with the horrors of war. Gee, I'm glad they're there, but that sounds awful. Anyway, I hope this war ends soon. All right, let's move on. GameStop has obviously gotten a lot of attention over the last year. It's gotten a lot of fans with the whole GME meme stock craze, but one of those fans is apparently not Reggie Fils-Aime. The former of Nintendo of America president has been serving on GameStop's board in his post-Nintendo years, but he left after about a year, and he explained why recently. He did an interview with Bloomberg at South by Southwest. Fils-Aime said he was shut out by GameStop management, who refused to listen to his advice. Reggie said that the issue was that as the strategy was beginning to be developed, talking about the strategy of turning GameStop around, I asked to be part of the team to develop the strategy. He added, I knew the business, I knew it as a consumer, I knew it as a vendor. I had pretty strong opinions on how the business needed to be pivoted, but I was rebuffed. He went on to say, I took that as code for thank you, but we really don't want any other ideas. For me, that was not acceptable. So he left. He also said that GameStop, quote, doesn't know this business or understand the players. Ow. So no more Reggie for you. All right, time for a 5-second review. Is this mainline Final Fantasy? Is it a spin-off? It sounds like a prequel. I remember when they just had numbers after them. I don't know. I'm old. All right, let's get to the games coming out next week. First up, Rune Factory 5. In the sleepy border town of Rigbarth, mysterious events are unfolding, affecting the runes that govern the balance between humanity and nature. As the newest ranger for the peacekeeping organization SEED, protect the frontiers town. Wait, I thought SEED was like an eco-terrorist organization. Anyway, this SEED protects the frontier town by rounding up rowdy monsters with their official SEED-issued spell seal. When not on a mission, work with the people of Rigbarth to help the town flourish through, of course, farming, festivals, and friendships. Comes to the Switch March 22nd. The Ascent is a solo and co-op action shooter RPG set in a cyberpunk world. The mega corporation that owns you and everyone, the Ascent Group, has just collapsed. Can you survive without it? Comes to the PS5 and PS4 March 24th. Expedition Zero. It's a survival horror game set in the anomaly zone in the heart of Siberia. Face the dreadful forest monster and find a way to defeat it. Reveal the secrets of the lost expedition and your mysterious enemy. It's either hunt or be hunted. Comes to PC March 24th. Lumote, the Master Mote Chronicles. Meet Lumote, the squishiest bioluminescent creature in this beautiful 3D puzzle platformer. Take control of the world's inhabitants on a quest into the great depths to seize control from the Master Mote. Comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Stadia March 24th. Ghostwire Tokyo. Tokyo's population has vanished and deadly supernatural forces prowl the streets. Use an arsenal of elemental abilities to unravel the truth behind the disappearance and save Tokyo. Comes to PC and PS5 March 25th. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Join Kirby on an unforgettable journey. Float off on an all-new adventure as the powerful puffball Kirby. Explore 3D stages as you discover a mysterious world. Save the kidnapped Waddle Dees. Waddle Dees nuts. Boom! And defeat the ferocious Beast Pack. I think I just defeated them with that. Hope you're hungry for an unforgettable adventure. Comes to Switch March 25th. And last but not least, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Embark on an epic adventure full of whimsy, wonder, and high-powered weaponry. Roll your own multi-class hero, then shoot, loot, slash, and cast on a quest to stop the Dragon Lord. It comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One March 25th. Hope you're having a good weekend, guys. That's all the news I got for you right now. We'll see you soon.